Hi guys, my name is Otaku4 and this is my second live stream video. As you can see behind me, I have a lovely cat. Please ignore all the mess that's going on right now. I'm in the process of cleaning everything up, and I like not too long ago just got back from a convention, so that's basically what's going on. But right now, I actually kind of wanted to go on a little rant that's been going on. So even though I'm not really like famous on here or anything, this is something that's like bugging me. So I'm currently taking an online course, and it's a mathematical course. So that's not bad, math, whatever. But what's making me mad is the week before, I had a lot going on with work, and I accidentally forgot about a project that I had for one of my classes, or not classes, not project. I had a paper that I had to do for one of my classes for my mathematical class. And basically, what happened with that is I got confused on when the day of the date was supposed to be due. It was supposed to be due the day before, but I registered it as it was due on that Monday at midnight. So that kind of like confused me a little. But basically, and then like the next day, I believe it was, I was called while I was coming home from doing errands, and I was called because I was called because I was expecting a call, and I was called by the school to inform me that if I had not turned in my other paper on time, like before the due date, it would be considered that I wasn't at school for 2 weeks. And no, this is an online course, that I wasn't attending class for 2 weeks straight, and I would have been dropped from the course. And this is the only class that I need to graduate, basically. And that actually kind of like part of my language, but why are you doing this to me right now? Okay, my computer's acting up. Anyway, but that actually kind of like upset me, because that just showed me that even though like life gets us busy, like we all get busy at some point, that basically the professor didn't really care, in my opinion. Didn't really give me too didn't really like because I even did explain like, oh, I'm so sorry about that. I just got busy. It just life just gets busy. That's all. And so basically, what happened was like I tried to explain it, and they said, "Oh, if you might not be able to handle this. So if you like, you can withdraw from this class and then take in the spring." And by that point, I was actually like really upset, because I'm like, "Are you kidding me right now?" Because I forgot one paper, one paper that I've never forgotten. Like, I've never forgotten to do my homework for an online course, unless something really big happened. But because I missed that one single paper, and if I didn't turn the next one, I was going to get kicked out of this class. And I kind of felt offended, basically, because I felt like you're kind of not you're not really being fair to the people who are actually trying. And again, this is an online course. I have never ever dealt with a teacher like this, or like anything. I have taken online classes before, and I have never once had any issue with a teacher like this, except one time with a different teacher I had. But excuse me, but that was only because that was when the whole pandemic started, basically. But the other thing too for that teacher is I had actually emailed this specific person like 3 times, tried to get in contact with him like 3 times before everything happened, and he never once replied to me at all. And then when everything kind of started spiraling downhill was when it started to kind of become a problem. Like, people were actually like, I had like a friend over to help me at least try to explain the material to me. Oh, this is itchy, but pardon me, guys. But I had a friend over who tried to help me with it. And then I actually had my classmates were coming up to me, and they were I'm trying to think how it was. They were basically just not complaining because that's not like the right word. They're asking me for help. Like they were messaging me, like emailing me saying, "Hey, do you understand how this happened? Like how not happened, but do you understand how like this question works?" And I emailed them back and I told them, I'm like, "I have no idea. I I I really don't know." My friend who was helping me out, she took it to her parent like, she took a picture of it and showed it to her parents. Her parents looked at the problem and said, that's not a math problem, that's a Sudoku puzzle problem." Like, that's how confusing this was. And by that point, I was kinda just getting, like, fed up with this professor. Sorry, hair's bothering me a bit. Okay. There we go. I was kinda just getting fed up with this professor by this point, so I ended up just calling the school and just withdrawing from this class because it was, like, other stuff I was having issues with. Like, the only time I could ever get in contact with him is if I went down to the math center and got help there from this teacher. Like, I never once saw him unless or I never was able to contact him unless it was through that. And then so after, like, everything kind of happened, I basically left that school and transferred to a different one to kinda start fresh. I was kinda just not really good mentally in a good place right now or at the time. And so I basically went to, what's it called? I basically went to another school. I transferred to another school and finishing everything up there, and as I was, like, taking the math course to try to get things figured out and finished up, I had an online tutor who, like, I was trying to figure out how to use this, and I don't know if he just worded this not right or what, but he said, and I quote, "Do you know how to use a calculator?" And I kinda sat there like, "Did that actually, like, happen? Did that legit happen? Like, did you just ask me if I know how to use a calculator?" Yes, I'm not stupid. I know how to use a calculator, but this guy, I don't even know, like, this guy just seemed, like, annoyed basically to have to, like, help me. And so I'm like, I'm sorry for that, but, but basically, how would you take that honestly? Like, do you know how to use it? Like, yeah, he could've worked like, he at the time, I did report this person for that because I just something inside me was just like, "That's not right to, like, tell someone that to say that." So, basically, I just said, I kinda just not let bygones be got bygones, but I kind of just I took it with like, it just didn't sit right with me, like I said. So, I basically just had enough of that. And, I did report this guy, and I kinda just explained to them what this person said to me, what this guy said. So, I basically just said, "Hey" yeah, I just said, "Hey, this is, like, really uncomfortable. I don't feel" I won't say safe, but I just didn't like the way he worded this, and I felt very offended and very upset because that you don't say it to someone. That's not okay. That's not right. So, basically, because of that, like, I basically was just like, "Yeah, no, that's enough. I'm done. Like, you don't say something like that." And, um, like, I told, like, some of, like, my friends at the school about it, and they agreed with me. They're like, "Yeah, that could've been worded differently." And, like, no, I agree. It probably wasn't the best way this person he could have worded it, but at the same time, it's kinda like you don't say stuff like that, um, because that's not okay. Like, we're here to get tutoring and help with this class, with whatever class that, we're dealing with. So, basically, that's how it was for me, and that's what kind of, I won't say upset me, but it just didn't feel right to me. Like, that's just not okay, um, at all. I don't know what else to say to that, honestly. That's, That's just not okay to say to someone, especially if you're because that makes it feel like that you don't want to help that person at all. So there's that, and then what else? Oh, I remembered. Just remembered. Part 2 of the little rant I had going on about the place I work. So, again, I'm not gonna say names because, I'm a good person in actual life, and I would rather not get fired from my from my current job because I kinda need it. But, basically, what that was going on with that is, basically for that was we had my place of work basically got a new GM. We got a new manager, we got a new general manager. And I'm always that person to get the benefit of the doubt and stuff, but this girl or guy, this person was not at all like being fair to the newest, not to the newest, but to the like employees and stuff. They're playing favorites. It was just like a train wreck. And so it actually ended up to where I actually ended up calling HR, which I have never once done that at all before. I have never once called HR on any other job I've worked. So that's how bad it got. Sadly, I've not gotten a call back from them yet, but people always ask like, "Oh, do you feel guilty for having to do that and stuff?" I do to a certain extent, but wait, I gotta look at something. Oh, okay. Sorry, I was looking at something else. Oh, yeah, I have a little furry friend with me. Right there. Right there. Right there. Serious. Kiki kitty. No, he's asleep. He's 17, so he doesn't care. Um, but yeah, that's basically what it was like for me.